cosmic light, cosmic light, cosmic light to you. Cosmic light, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Well, in the previous days, I made a live video talking about zodiac signs, star signs. Oh well, before I continue, let me just confirm if I'm audible. Mhm. Just want to confirm if I'm audible. Okay, well, it's perfect. It's perfect. In the previous 2 days, I think, yeah, I did a video about zodiac signs, star signs. So this is part two of it, where like I'm gonna be explaining more deeply um, about constellations, star signs, or zodiac signs in a way. Well, it's my first time being live with a PC here, so hopefully I'll be able to manage to share my screen. Let me just look here. Just want to share my screen. I'm still looking for an option. Please bear with me and be patient. In a way, this is all new to me. Well, yeah, we're good to go now. We're good to go. Cosmic light again. Cosmic light. As I was saying, in the previous 2 days, I shared about zodiac signs, star signs, constellations, star constellations, and I also touched a little bit about the calendar, African calendar. By the way, it's not really an African calendar. In a way, it's like a southern hemisphere calendar and a northern hemisphere calendar. It just depends on how you're using it and where you're using it for. So I'm just gonna explain a little bit further about it as well. So let me just start off. As you can see, this picture is on the live right now. That is on display. The picture that is on display right now. It's actually an inspiration in a way. I'll say inspiration. Wait. Let me just confirm if I'm audible again. Okay, are we all good to go? It's like an inspiration in a way. The sun, our God, in a way, as the people. This is our star, the closest star that's in our solar system. And this is where we get energy, the sun. This is a star. The sun is a star, as I told you in the previous video that I did, the live video that I did. I said our sun is also part of the stars that we see in the skies. So let me just start again by going to the African calendar. The African calendar. This calendar, by the way, just to credit the source, is from the Great Empire. It was compiled by the Great Empire of Kemet. It's a movement. The Great Empire of Kemet. It's a movement. You can just search it. It's gekmovement.org. It's a movement that is like it's a movement that's supposed to actually it aims to enlighten in a way and empower the Kemet people, the black people, the Bantu, the Ntu people. So check it out. You can learn a lot from the Great Empire of Kemet. You can also purchase the calendar book. There's an African calendar book, and also calendar as in like months and this. But then the book, it explains each and every season in a way. So you can purchase the book online. You can probably purchase it on the website. Yeah, I think somewhere there. But then just check the website. It's gekmovement.org. gekmovement.org. Great Empire of Kemet. So the Great Empire of Kemet, they made a lot of research in a way throughout their time that they spent in the journey of awakening the Bantu people, the Ntu people, the black people, African people, you may say. So much appreciated. It's much appreciated. So I'd like to go here on this Kemetic proverb. Study here first. Know thy, it's a quote. It says, know thyself, and to thy known self be true. Know thyself. A journey of knowing thyself is the beginning of many mysteries to discover in a way. So when you know thyself, you know who you are, and you like, I guess, as it says, and to thy known self be true. So the power is in you. Know thyself. So this is the African calendar in a way. I'll say that it has names. Most of these names are new to you, to most of you probably. We have said Sekhmet, Anpu, Ased, Geb, Heru, Nethead, Jehuti, Het Heru, Asa, Nud, Ma'at. So let me just break it down a little bit. The year, it starts here, the African calendar in a way. Not really African calendar, but the Southern Hemisphere calendar. Because remember, the Earth, we are divided into two hemispheres, the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. When it's summer in the Southern Hemisphere, in the Northern Hemisphere, it's the opposite. It's winter that side. So we can't be using the same calendar because of nature the way it is. Because in African philosophy and methodology, in a way of living, we were living as according to nature. We were living with nature, being in harmony with nature in a way. So we knew the significances of nature, and hence we had calendars like Africa, the calendar that's supposed to be used by those who are in the Northern Hemisphere and those who are also in the Southern Hemisphere. So we can't be using the same calendar in a way because the seasons are not affecting us the same. The energies, they play a big role. Hence, nowadays we have a lot of misalignment. Like we have a lot of, I don't know how to call this. It seems like African countries are poor in a way in terms of uh, intelligence. It's the way they're trying to portray. They've been trying to portray it, and they made you feel like you are dumb cops in a way as Africans, and we are not. We actually intelligent, more intelligent than any other race here in this whole planet. So the year for the Southern Hemisphere, it begins on the 23rd September. And the principles, I mean, these are principles. Asa, Het Heru, Jehuti, these are principles. These principles on the African calendar book, they are being explained. Like they are being explained so you can understand what energies are, are prevailing during the season of Asa. What energies are there? What characteristics of Asa are they, like, so that you can get to know yourself as well, just as you are using the zodiac signs, star signs. You search on Google, or hey, what's the star sign of people who are born between this time and this time, and then you also get some I'll say quotes in a way, but or words that are written by other people, or people who are born during Aries time or Arise. They hold certain characteristics. So this is exactly um, what it is. Like the principles also have characteristics, and you can get to know yourself from these principles, like from the principle that you are born on, or during that period, the prevailing principle during the certain period. The new year started on the 23rd September. It starts on the 23rd September for the southern hemisphere. And then that's month one. From there, we got Heteru. And if you can check the date, it's always from the 23rd to 23rd. A month begins on the 23rd, not on the 1st. So this is another deep thing that I'll get to explain in another video. 23, 23, 23rd. If you can recall the last time when it's India went to, they say they went to the moon and landed on the moon, it was on the 23rd. So this date, it has a deep meaning in a way, deep significance in a way. They know it holds certain potentialities in a way, the 23, 23rd. So a month begins on the 23rd, it ends on the 22, 22nd. 23rd, it's always the first day of a new month. So these months, Asa, Heteru, Jehuti, Neptet, we even have these months in our tribal languages, South African tribal languages, and also African tribe languages. Every tribe has these certain months, they like names of months, and they hold certain meanings. And they also, if you can get to understand them, you will get to know yourself in a way, and you'll get to know the nature behind those months in a way. So asa umvuselele mutsosheleti, like things are rising here. So it's a new year, it's a new beginning, new beginnings. The sun has returned from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. Hence we have a lot of nature, like greening, we get trees greening, blooming in a way. Even the behavior of people changes. In a way, it's not really rafa, it's just misalignment that's making people kind of like crazy during this time, September. But then nowadays it's being portrayed in another way, like you get la reng baphathi ba lena ba kwa godimo le bona ba ipromota this thing gore menati e be wire from exactly this time, September. A lot of people go to Minati. There are a lot of Minati being hosted, so that's a problem now. It's another narrative to misalign people. So from there, Asa, it's Heteru, the second month. Heteru, and if you can check, Asa, it's Aries, the star sign Aries. I know a lot of people who were born somewhere in September there thought they were Libra. Their star sign is Libra, or on the southern hemisphere. It's not like that. If you say you are Libra, it means you are in the northern. You were born in the northern hemisphere. So if you are born on the southern hemisphere, you are Aries. You belong here, not here. But then it doesn't mean you don't have characteristics of Libra. You hold two of the the opposites. You hold those characteristics within you. They are there, but then the most prevailing one is Aries. If you're born during September 23rd until 22nd October. From there, it's Taurus. And then in Kemetic knowledge or philosophy or Medu nature, it's Medu nature actually. Medu nature. Nature is where the word came from nature. Nature came from nature, from Kemet philosophy, by the way. So Heteru is the second month. It's Taurus. It's the constellations or star sign in a way. It's Taurus, or I may say Zodiac sign in a way. Zodiac sign. Taurus. People who are those who thought they were Taurus during April, it's not that. You are not Taurus, you are actually Scorpio if you are born in April. And then if you are born in October 23rd till the 22nd November, you are Heteru. And then from there we start again. Jehuti, Gemini, 23rd until the 22nd December. From there we go to Neptet, Cancer, 23rd until the 22nd, and so forth. You go on and on and on and on and on and on. If actually I'm gonna attach a link that we will have this attachments that I'm using on this presentation in a way. So I think I brought a little bit of insight. So since it's our new year here for the southern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, their new year it's here on the 21st March. It's their new year. Why is it a new year? I didn't explain actually why. Let me open another attachment that will explain better. So let's start with the southern hemisphere, since most we are in the southern hemisphere arena. Was South Africa. South Kemet. Spring. Kari 22 or the 23. It's an equinox day. Equinox day, you probably learned about equinoxes and solstices when you were in primary school and also in high school for some, or most. But then I remember we learned about this thing mostly in primary school. We were taught about equinoxes and solstices. So equinoxes, our equinox, actually an equinox is on the 22nd or 23rd. This changes when I'll say decades or certain ages go by, but then it's between the two dates. But then this, the 23rd, it's always nowadays, like in the past decades, it's been the 23rd, on the 23rd, equinox day. So equinox day in spring, the day and night are equal of length. The day and night, they are equal of length during the on the 23rd September, as it's an equinox day. Equinox, equal day and night. You can actually go deeper. This word, it's a language Europe. You can actually go deeper and research about this etymology of this word. You will find out, or it means like, oh, it has words that say night, day, night. Like this word, you can break it down by doing research in a way. And then on the 21st or 22, but it's actually 22, on the 22nd December. Yeah, this is another thing, because we've been brainwashed to celebrate Christmas, hey, this and that. Kadi 22, it's a December. It's a December solstice. What happens during a December solstice in the southern hemisphere? So, in the southern hemisphere, Kadi 22, it's a December. Like on earth, like very closest in terms of being in the southern hemisphere. Very close in a way. So during this day, like kings, African kings and queens, kingdoms, where they were doing certain rituals during this day to regain their strength in a way. Let me show you. It's actually been written also on the website of gekmovement.org. So where is it? December, African Royalty Day. It's an exaltation day, the day when the sun is closest to the earth. Royalty is spiritually renewed. We celebrate being African and our tried and tested form of governance, African royalty. So this is a significant day for that. The sun will be very closest to us in a way. So stop celebrating the marera sama in a way. What you basically doing, you are giving out that energy to those in the opposite hemisphere in a way. So opposite here on 23 December, let me actually show you something. Cut December, if you can check as well. Cut 23rd December. Kanako in the northern hemisphere, June. And June, let me show you something on the website, because it makes things better for me to explain. Ka June, on the 21st of June, it's when we celebrate the rebirth of the sun. Hence they put metaphorical things like allegories montwe ya motho e wa reng ke morena Jesu yena o ba re wa belegwa this and that. That is actually nature, like according to the nature it's actually the sun. They're talking about letšatši. A gona motho e le gore o ile a tla mo a ba Jesu yes motho ka mokgwa ba loile ka gona ka stage sa gage in a way, because bola ke boloi bo bogolo ba sekgowa and bo strong bo bile strong la njele bo sa le strong batho ba bantšha ba nyaka go tswa go yena. Hey Jesu, it's fine. But then this is probably an enlightenment video. Don't take it personal. If you take it personal, that's your thing. Leave out the video, don't comment negative things, and leave out the rest who want to listen to the video in a way. So on the 21st of June, it's the rebirth of the sun, day of hope. The sun begins its journey towards the southern hemisphere. Okay, here Terrain 21 June. 21 June. Letšatši tlabe le tswa I'm talking in terms of the southern hemisphere now. The sun letšatši tlabe le tšea U10 in the northern hemisphere, le tšea journey to the southern hemisphere. Hence it's a spiritual rebirth. It's a rebirth of the sun. So it's you now you can decode good decoder. Yeah, you can decode that metaphor that's being used in the Christianity things about Morena Jesu hey wara wara. It's a rebirth of the sun ka di 21 June. That's the real Christmas, I may say, but I don't want to be putting that on Kemetic things because they are samaishitani in a way. Young way to confuse a young way in a way. Christianity to confuse a lot of people because I'm trying to enlighten here. So in Kemetic philosophy, in a way, it's a rebirth of the sun. 21 June. Winter during in the southern hemisphere. So if you winter more southern hemisphere, go the northern hemisphere. It's there. It's their summer. They are in summer. 21 June, as you can see here, northern hemisphere. June, ke summer. So go bona le bona kana ka letšatši lona le, the sun is very closest to them. So let's U10 to the southern hemisphere. So hopefully you understand better now. But then do research. Don't criticize. Do research. And then on the 21st, I'll focus on these dates on the right hand side because nowadays they apply for this past decade. They applied for the past decades and they're still gonna apply for this coming years in a way and decades. On the 21st of March, it's another equinox day. It's another equinox day. Equal day and night. So on the 21st March, on the southern hemisphere, another more southern hemisphere, 21 March, it's the beginning of autumn or fall. Because then letšatši tlabe le šetše le ile jwanong le sepetše in a way. 21 March. Let me go back to here. 21 March. It's a lamentation day. Lamentation day. Nomkhubulwane Aset laments the departure of her husband, the sun. The sun officially departs from the southern hemisphere and it's the beginning of the winter season, the 6 months of winter, which is combination of autumn and winter. 3 months. Hopefully you get that now. Nomkhubulwane. Who is Nomkhubulwane? Nomkhubulwane is the feminine mother, the female goddess in a way. The feminine mother. So okay, in the skies we have the sun. The sun, it's been okay, in philosophy kemet or Africa, the sun is sort of like they say it represents the father, the father image, the masculine energy, and then the moon represents the feminine energy. But then in terms of the moon, I'll disagree somewhere there and there, because the moon it's sort of in a way I don't know how to explain this um in a canny way, in a yeah, in a canny way. But then nomkhubulwane, they say it's the moon. I'll say it's the earth, because the earth is the womb. The earth is the mother. It gives birth. It gives birth. The earth. So the earth, I'll say it's nomkhubulwane, the female goddess or the feminine energy. So I'll say the earth. I mean the earth in a way. For some they'll say the moon. In a way, it takes care of us. It takes care of us. Nomkhubulwane takes care of of her children. Mwedi takes care of her children. Mwedi. It's the same thing. But then I'll say Lefat in a way. Lefat. But that's another topic. I'll make exactly one video about talking about this thing here, Nomkhubulwane. I'll set. But then I'll set is the feminine goddess in a way. Ka di 21 March ke ge letšatši le tsamaile le crossitse what do they call what equator line, le ile kwa kua jwale, le ile ka kua go northern hemisphere. Hence ka di 21 March in the northern hemisphere, it's spring, it's their new year. It's their new year. Dihlare di a blooma ka kua go bona, mehlare ya blooma in a way. Why kushisha jwale? Hopefully you understand this. Hopefully understand this. Now we're gonna move again to the okay, I explained this one, June solstice, but let me explain it again. Got it 21 June in the southern hemisphere. It's when we celebrate in a way a spiritual rebirth of the sun. The sun takes its journey back towards the southern hemisphere from the northern hemisphere. And then here ka winter ka kwa go bona tlabele summer, the sun will be very close. Let's say le betha journey from kada le tla go rena. Anyway, hopefully now you understand this, you understand this, process this with your own mind, and also do more research. Don't love criticizing without using your mind in a way. There are a lot of people who just like to disagree and go against others when they are speaking truths without even doing their research. But then we know those kind of people, we don't mind, they'll always be there. So yeah, okay, I explained this, I'll share it to you. You can also find it on the website or on the social media of the Great Empire of Kemet. The Great Empire of Kemet. Bona bakhulu base Kemu lesedi. Haibe lesedi. Let me continue here. Now I'd like to talk again about on the last video I talked a little bit about we have a stellar calendar. A stellar calendar. It's about the movement of the stars in a way. A stellar calendar ke yona e dirileng gore ba kgwetse the constellations in a way, the star constellations. That's where your zodiac signs comes from, star constellations. So actually let me open this other picture. This one looks much more better. I'm sure this one a lot of people probably has it on their phones when they start to get to know, to have interest about star signs, zodiac signs. So okay, when you go to Google, this is what you get. That's why I always say internet e favora bao ba lego ka northern hemisphere mostly, if ever lava base northern hemisphere kakhulu than those who are in the southern hemisphere. Ma ungathi uyayibheka le calendar le awukari wayilebelela calendar yi, just look at it the way it is. It's based on the northern hemisphere. And now here we don't have the 23 tsela tsa ko African calendar in a way. 23, 20, from the 23 until 22. We don't have that. It's different dates here. Like it's totally misalignment. I'll say for those who are in the northern hemisphere and also those who are in the southern hemisphere. So daring ya bona ga ile so. Okay, let's see. 1. The first sign, okay? It's Aries. Arise. Aries. Okay? And Aries, remember I said their new year is on the 21st of March. So sharp. This is their first month. And then they go again until the last month. Pisces. But right. But then if you are in the southern hemisphere, you are using this. You are in total misalignment. That's very sad. It is very, very sad truth. But then you have to face the truth, by the way. You have to face the truth, you know. Hence, nowadays, we will always say, you must learn to unlearn. Learn to unlearn. Your mind is actually so big. It's a universe. You can't say your mind can't hold certain informations. Your mind will blow. Your mind will never blow. So use your mind, good people. Please use your mind to do research and also think about things. Open your curious mind. Be conscious in a way. Be conscious in a way and also be curious. Most importantly, be curious. Curiosity. When you grow up as a child, you are always curious. And highly, highly, highly curious. I may say very, very curious as a young child. You ask so many questions. You questions. Some answers, when they question you, you answer them and they think like wagaf or you don't go up or something else. And it's actually you being connected to the spiritual world. We can learn a lot from children if we let children be themselves, like be themselves. If we just let the children be who they are, we will learn a lot from children. But then because this society, we've been programmed or ngwana shanja esikolong, immediately mo misha esikolong ngwana yena ya thoma ke program. In a way, ya thoma, they program his or her mind. They program his or her mind. Ba mo dira gore a lene dilo tse ba nyaka gore most of the society ba di learn in a way. It's like you are in a matchbox. They set rules for you in a way and steps or mo fetsa mo we are mo learn kanto so. If we let our kids be themselves, you will see. And if you open a lot of talent centers, you will see how intelligent we truly are. We are creators. We create as human beings. We are creators and we create. So if a programmer, you can't create actually. You will create according to what you've learned anyway. But then if you just let the young ones be and recognize their talents when they're still young and put them on certain focus areas where they are interested on. Let's say, for example, a child starts growing up, arata draw in a way. Mo provide ka ulo ja draw, mo ntse lo draw always abe inspired because that's his or her passion in a way. So that's just a practical example. There are many talents out there that can be displayed, that you can see on children when they grow up. So yeah, here basharp in the northern hemisphere bona bare new year bona. It's sad because now they don't even say it on their calendar, Gregorian and other calendars. Their new year begins on the 1st March. They don't say that because they want to misalign the whole world. But then those who are in the occults, the big occults, the billionaire, the millionaire, they know about these things, and they probably do secret rituals during these significant dates. March, 21 March, June, uh, when the sun departs, go bona, and then September, where's September? September, ka Equinox Day, and also in December, Christmas. Yeah, Christmas, yo, they are highly harvesting a lot of energies, especially from the southern hemisphere, because yo, they are southern hemisphere, oh, ke bo hey Jesu ngisize so ke bo hey nkulunkulu your creator is the sun, and the sun always grand rises every day. It rises every day for you to recharge. That's your creator, the most highest of the high, the creator. Manje, people who are just hoping for a model called Morena Jesu. Hey, yeah, okay, it's fine. And also, and I'm not just focusing, sort of like criticizing Christianity. No, I'm not. Even other religions. Yeah? Bababu Allah. You know Allah. There's a constellation, Moth Allah. It's a Trinity constellation. Let me search it for you. They focus their energy here, Alpha Triangle. There's a Mothala 3-star there. Hence they do Darinya Diamond, what you call it. Mothala. It's a Trinity constellation in the it's a trinity of stars in the constellation of Triangulum. Mothala. That's where Allah comes from. Allah wabo, now Allah. And then you learn about your skies. You can probably see this in the evening. But then these ones you should use your apps, sky views, like sky views, to know exactly where they are if you don't know your skies during certain periods of the year. Know your skies, good people. Know your skies. Know your skies. And stop praying to role models. Who are painted, who are being painted. Open your minds deeply. Your mind is a universe. It has every answer to every question. That's your mind. That's how powerful your mind is. That's how powerful your mind is. That's how powerful your mind is, good people. And ke bolela le bana ba thari. Bana ba thari entso, ke bolela le lena. Bana ba thari entso. Ma Africa ka moka. Lena ba go fisha ke letšatši bila a le go fisha we ni ngwana thari a le go re selo a le go batši le go fa matla. Stop also using the product nyana tsa go ba le di UV filter. Ke scam ntwe se se go kudu. But then I'll get to that on another topic, because here it's mainly zodiac signs. So hopefully you've learned. Here is my favorite star constellation, the Orion's belt. The Orion's belt. Right now, okay, we are in the season whereby you'll be able to see this, especially in the early evening in the skies. The 3 stars, you'll see them unless you'll see them clearly if it's load shedding. You know, it helps. I used to tell one of my peers, my friend, or actually this thing of load shedding, it's actually a great thing because we really need to get our own peaceful time as people. Be in peace, like enjoy the silence, to think deeply in a way. Leave our phones aside, leave our technological devices aside, and dwell deeply in our minds in a way. Ask ourselves questions in a way. Get to look up in the skies in a way and know about our skies in a way. So this is one of my favorite star constellations in the sky. It has three stars, and there's actually three stars. It's Al Nilam, Al Nitak, and Mintaka. And there's also this one they call it the red dog star. I forgot these other ones, but then these ones they point towards this other star called um, Star of Sirius. Do I have a picture of Sirius in here? Okay, Sirius star. In our history, we are being told we come from here, Star of Sirius. In the history that we find in Africa, in a way, in African elders, or from African elders, we told, and also on other researches that are done in Africa, we come from Sirius. They say we come from Star of Sirius, the first ones of us. I know when I say this, someone will probably like, I come from here. How? Because I was born here during a certain year. How do I come here? Well, there's a reincarnation. Your spirit comes from too far. Your spirit is very older than anything. It's very older. It doesn't have a beginning, even. Your spirit. So yeah, but we will dwell on that on another day, on another video, because it's actually deep. These things can be covered on one video. So Siri use these pointers. Okay, I know here this picture I place it in another way, in a way, but then when you get to see this, you will get to understand how to look at it in a way. But then Sirius is the brightest one. You will see it. Just look at these ones to a pointer, like pointing another direction on the sky. You will see Sirius. It's actually the brightest star. And there are actually a lot of brightest stars in the sky, and most, actually few, are planets that are in our solar system, like Jupiter, Venus. Those ones are brightest. You can see one in the early evening, you can see one in the morning before the sun rises. uh, and then they cycle, they go like, I guess they make revolutions as we make a revolution around the sun. So it's interesting to know about your skies, good people. It's interesting. And fortunately, some of you, when you get to be on this journey, you'll be able to get messages from the stellar friends that are there above in the skies. Because I know some people who are in contact in a way with those from other stars in a way. But then some information, if I share it here, it's gonna be too overwhelming. If I share to you my sources in a way, but then I will in time. So this is just the beginning. We will get there. Hopefully you're gonna be ready to expand your mind. Yeah, hopefully you are ready. But then as you're cycling through this video, I know you are already on this journey. You are with me. Got you. So yeah, Kilijaji, Ramasedi, Mveli Nqangi, Amatha. Ha. Ke go botsa ga Ramasedi. Ramasedi, Mveli Nqangi, Qamatha. Ha, Lesedi, Ramasedi, Ramasedi, Ramasedi. Well, good people, hopefully you enjoyed this presentation. uh okay, before I finish off, just to touch a bit on constellations constellations. Like as I was saying, if you get to know about your skies, you'll recognize constellations. You will see your Scorpios. Let's say it's another star sign, or hey, I'm a Scorpio, I'm an Aries, I'm a Taurus, I'm a Libra, etc. Those are the they are in a star constellation in a way. uh it's a group of stars which they are called star constellations. That's why they make up what you call star signs or zodiac signs. These stars, you can get to see them. Let me see if this picture is quite clear. You can get to see these stars when you look in the sky. I just want to. When you look up into the sky, you can recognize these stars. This is quite too small. I can't even zoom. But then when you get to know about your skies in a way, you will recognize this, like Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Scorpios, Sagittarius and Scorpio, they are actually closer together. Virgo, there's also Virgo, and then Taurus. It's also close to the constellation of Orion's belt, Taurus. And then we have some seven stars on the constellation of Taurus, the seven stars, the Pleiades stars. Pleiades. Pleiades, the seven stars. Well, this is where you say Ketlarimbar Heteru Mohato. This is where actually the feminine, this is another star constellation that according to the history in a way, the stories that we have been told, we come from there as well in a way. In the seven stars, the seven Pleiades star. Yeah, so yeah, this is a quite clear picture too. This is quite clear. Hopefully it's quality. Oh lolo, it's not. Let me see here. In the constellation of Taurus, this star, Pleiades. You can recognize this. Ayona ilimo Ashi Orion's belt. Yes, Ashi Orion. The Orion's belt. Constellation of Orion. And then here is Taurus. Kemanaka Homu. This. Hence the sign of Taurus, it's Manaka Homu. Okay. Ashi. Kemanaka Homu. Even here, heteru, like if you get to do more of your research, you will get to understand these things. Let me see that. Taurus. Ashi. Taurus. Bile Bible is home come straight. Or we do good. Kemana ka home. Taurus. It's because of the way these stars are. Ashia manaka home. Ashia. And then from there you have your Pleiades, seven stars. It's a group of stars. You can see them. They are tiny there. If there's load shedding, you can quite clearly see them well. But then if you are in the rural areas where there are no much light pollution, fortunately you'll be able to see this clearly, very clearly. So those are the constellations. Good people, do research as well. Yeah, the Pleiades. I like this. Wow, I love this picture. By the way, the quality here, it was compiled clearly. Just love this. I love this. Which source is this? Systemsounds.com. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. Pleiades. Where was I? Okay, here. Your constellations. Do research, good people. Do research. This knowledge will expand your mind. You'll just experience it yourself. Don't wait to be told. Don't wait to be told. Don't look out for. Don't always look out for proof in J about things that you can see. Like, experience it yourself. You'll be a living testimony. I'm telling you. Some of you will testify. In a way, will be open on the comment sections or everywhere, wherever you can testify in a way. But then, do more research, good people. I love you. If there's no one that told you that they love you, I love you so much. And stay open-minded. Open your mind to higher consciousnesses. I love you. I'll get to this one as well. It's one of the stars that are in the sky. Alpha Centauri, Hada, the star of Hada, Crux. This constellation, I may say, you can find you can find in a way. Let me actually do a practical example. If I can draw on this, let me see. Retouch. No, I can't. I just wanted to draw something here, but then I will do another video someday about the Crux constellation. Crux cross sefapano sa lena. Let's snyaka a deep video, a separate video in a way about the cross, whereby I'll explain the cross. I know I once explained it in a long paragraph, but then I've realized many people don't love reading, so it's better to write and also do a video. The Crux, this Crux constellation, right now you won't see it in the southern hemisphere because it sets in the early evening skies, but then it's always there in the southern hemisphere. With the Crux constellation, you can find where south is. You must know your directions. How south guy, how can where an unknown place? How are you gonna know without using technological devices? How are you gonna know? So good people, know your skies, know about your stars. So this Crux constellation, the way it is, when you see it in the sky, if we draw a straight line from this cross, straight line going down, and then between these pointers as well, these two stars are very bright, by the way. You will recognize them as you see the Crux constellation. Between them, you draw another line, straight line, go. So where this line intersects with this line, or where they meet, you draw, it's a point, and then from that point you're gonna draw a straight line going down. From there, that's your south. That's how you know your south. Immediately when you know your south, you know the opposite of south is north, and then you will, from there you will know, if maybe, I don't know, you are in the middle of the night, maybe you are in the middle of the night. If you know about the south and the north, in the morning, in the rising star, grand rising star, the sun, Ramasedi, Kamata, you will know where east is, and by knowing east, you know west. So good people, hopefully this was very enlightening. Let me just take a gulp of water. There will also be a video whereby I talk about water. In a way, water, there's a lot to share, by the way. There's a lot. So hopefully this was very enlightening. Good people, I love you so much. Take care and do more research. Open your mind to higher consciousness levels. Vibrate higher into the higher frequencies, higher vibrational frequencies, and open your curiosity to the highest level of degree. Hope this was insightful. Hope this was very enlightening. enlightening. Lesedi, I will Lesedi, cosmic light. I love you so much.